drove slowly towards this car till I saw it's the Volvo. So I put on the brake like this, and directly when I put my foot on the brake, the first bullet came like this. Whoa! You're shooting at us! And I thought that he was standing in. It was very dark, so I didn't see no lights and so on. And then next shoot came, and my colleague said, "Oh, I'm hit," and she felt like this to me because I was the driver. So, and then I felt it was burning in my head, and the blood started. So I put in the gear and reverse and drove, just turned like this and put on the gas, drive back as fast I could, because on the side it was very dark and the back roof window was like this because of the bullets who had passed through the cars. So all the time when I felt like this. Sometimes people used to say they can see an inner film of their lives and so on, but I didn't have any like that. I just had a strong feeling just to come away and save our lives. That's all. Yeah. So I drove as fast I could. So when I came back and downhill, I saw a big van who takes away the snow, the plow, and I put on the brake, and the brakes didn't work. So I was so excited. So the brake was broken. Yes. So it didn't work. So I started on and through the big roads into Vollerim, and then I put on the handbrake, could turn around the car, and then in Tar we had a small police station, and from this police station I called the boss in Gällivare, and they had heard on the telephone all what happened, so they was really scared. They thought we had sent them to the death because they heard the bullets in the car, and so because Magda, my colleague, had on the telephone all the time, so they heard what happened, and then they sent the ambulance from Jokkmokk who came, and the ambulance guys was also scared because they saw the police car and the bullets who has in the front, and one of the bullets hit the window here, but it didn't go through. It was big like this, and it was like a thin film on the inside, but a big crater like this in the window. So, and the interesting thing is about this, because 1.5 months before this happened, I had prayed to God and said to Him, "Lord, show me the way with my life. What is your purpose?" I felt a little bit down, as you can do as a Christian, and it was like almost a desert in my life. I wanted to have some confirmation that God is with me and He wants something with my life, that He protects me and so on. And then this happens. So we went on with the ambulance the same way as the guys has been driving, and my thought was they could stand on the way and shoot at the ambulance because these guys are total crazy. That was the first thought. And it was first when I came to the hospital in Gällivare I could like this, and then they took out this piece in my head and so on. But and I called my wife Barbara when I was in the ambulance that yes, we're the guys that had been shooting at us were going to the hospital, because I told her when I went away that we have a almost, you could say, mission impossible, a very dangerous mission to go, and she was just praying God protect them, and then she slept again. She was like, this is Barbara. She has trust in God, very big trust. Yeah, it was a miracle. And when afterwards, where they were looking on the road where I've been driving like a train in at the same trials all the way, not going like this. It was the same tracks as I drove in. The same when I was looking back like this, and all the way it was like a big hand holding the car like this. Because if I had been driving in the ditch, I'm quite sure this guy, he was standing outside the wall and he was shooting like not automatic, because when you shoot automatic, so he was shooting about 30-40 bullets against the car, and 12 was hitting the car.
Wow.
Yeah.
And one in front of you.
Yeah, and one, yeah, and that's what
not gone through.
And it didn't go through, and that's what the techniques said to me. A higher power was protecting the policeman at that night. We can't explain this.
Yeah, that was that miracle. But was some other experience near the Umea station, that there was some kind of possibility to explode something?
Yes, and the guys, they took the bus from... later on, because we thought they were following us, they didn't. So they drove the Volvo to Boden, and from Boden they left some hand grenades at the old hospital in the post box and so on. They left the car with the guns and took the public bus to Luleå, from Luleå to Umea. And here at the Umea bus station, the police was informed by the police in Norrbotten that they are on the bus, so they put many police, and they grabbed them, and there they got the information about this Volkswagen bus, which was filled with dynamite, hand grenades and so on. So they had to evacuate about 600 people at quite close to Adventist church where you are living.
In Haga.
But yeah, Sandbacka, yeah. Yeah, Haga, yeah, Sandbacka.
Wow.
Yeah.
But so, did they came with the purpose to explode something?
No, not first of all. It was just to keep, because they had stolen this dynamite and in military houses around Umea, and took what they had stolen and left it in the Volkswagen bus. Yeah. So if someone had opened the side door at the bus, it had been like you knew Estonia, but on land.
Wow, that was really much damage.
Yeah, very much damage. So. But
did you felt something about that, or how policemen knew that, or how they?
By information, but when they were trial, one of the guys, then he told, we have a bus, so that's why they knew about it, and they had to be, because if they didn't have that information, I probably some police had gone, they knew about, because they knew they had a car, but they didn't know where exactly it was, because one of the guys was living here, not so far from here, and not at Haga, Sandbacka. So, but he gave this information, and that's why they could be careful about this Volkswagen bus. But this was.
Did you felt also something in spirit before that?
Yes,
operation?
yes, and afterwards, and many thoughts that have gone through me, and especially I knew what I had been praying, and my fourth thoughts was to the Estonia, because it was the same years, because Estonia was the 28th of September 94, and this was the 27th of December.
Mm-hmm.
And in the 11th of June the same year, this military guy who shot 7 young people in Falun.
Mm-hmm.
So it had many big happenings where many people were killed. It was just a miracle that nobody got killed or hurt. It was actually only me and my colleague who got a little bit hurt, but we were so close. But I say this was God, just God. I felt, wow, was this the way to show me? And I remember my prayer, and I was so deeply touched, and I felt so big. It's just mercy. It's not because of it's me. I felt God's mercy that I survived, and that He had Christ heard my prayer. My prayer in need was feel up there.